Okay, let's shift to stock of the day. The top stock today is Tech Wabag. Months after the company secured a massive contract, 2,700 crore or so in the month of September from Saudi Arabia, the tender has now been unexpectedly cancelled. Anushi joins in with all of the context on this one and what it means. Anushi.
Hey Harsh, so the order that we are looking at, the size of 2,700 crore is a big one. This was a tender from Saudi Arabia, and this pertained to about a 300 megaliters a day desalination project which stands cancelled. The order, again, as we've talked about, it is 2,700 crore, which is almost the size of its FY24 revenue itself. So with this order not being into picture, what is the biggest concern on the street is the revenue growth of the companies, because even if you go back and see the last 2-3 years fiscal, the revenue has more or less been at the 2,800 to 2,900 crore mark. So this, if to be this order was supposed to be executed in the next 30 months itself. So in the next 2.5 years period, this could have resulted in a significant gain, revenue growth for the company with the kind of order inflow that it had anticipated. But let's also see what the management had to say once this tender was cancelled. So the customer had notified that all tender participants that this tender which was there from Saudi Arabia stands cancelled, and this order was cancelled pursuant to their internal administrative procedures that we are seeking. Company currently in touch to understand whether about what is happening with this orders. Is there going to be a new tendering process in Saudi Arabia? Is the order size which was earlier 2,700 crore as per the September notification, is it going to be recalibrated to a higher or a lower number? That is, again, we will wait for further clarity on that bit from the company's side as well as from the order itself, like what could be the direction for the company ahead. But let's also understand the order book positioning of the company and see what this order could have meant. So if you look at the order book as of September 24 end, that stood at about 14,600 crore, and this included the 2,700 number also that we are looking at. Going forward, if we look at in terms of inflows, 4,600 crore of inflows that we are looking at, again, a large proportion of these inflows was from the single project from Saudi Arabia that we've seen. So again, what is the question now is on the revenue growth, the order inflow, order book target had been set at 16,000 crore for the end of FY25. So will there be a revision in those numbers also that we'll be looking at? So most important metric for now is to see what is the management saying and what clarity we can get from that for Tech Wabag.